We get my next guest out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, you're keen, I can tell. He's taken America by storm. Before we get him out here, let's see him in action on American Idol.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Settle the pine, you know how I feel.
Will you please welcome the sensational Adam Lambert?
Lipstick, powder and paint, lipstick, powder and paint, lipstick, powder and paint. Easy ways, easy ways.
Adam Lambert, come please sit, make yourself at home. Wow! Calm, children, calm yourselves, or your crisps will be taken away. That's a great look. Doesn't Adam have a great look? You look like a kind of, you look like a sort of funky funeral director.
Oh, thank you. You look like a dead politician.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Now, listen. Hey, Adam.
Hey.
This is quite some look going
Thank
on
you.
here. This is a distinct and individual appearance you have. You style yourself, you have other people do this for you. Well, what goes into making Adam Lambert look spectacular before he walks out the door in the morning?
Well, I have a lot of people...
Cryogenics?
No, that's you.
Oh.
No, I have a lot of people to help me.
You say you have a team?
Yeah. It's all teamwork. They put my options out in front of me, and then I dictate with a big smile on my face.
They like clothes out there, or they what do they do?
Yeah,
They
on a
lay
rack,
outfits
on a
up?
rolling rack.
Okay. And then the hair and the makeup, is that some days is it up, some days is it down? What goes on?
Yeah,
with that?
variety is good.
What do you prefer?
Lately up.
Lately up.
Yeah.
Adam, so let's get the Adam Lambert story out of the way, because we have a lot of people in here who know who you are, who love who you are, they're fans of you. You didn't win American Idol.
No.
You've done fantastically well, but you didn't win. You came second, I believe. Now, how does that work? How does it that the person who comes second does as well as you? And how did you feel when you didn't win?
Well, I mean, I auditioned for the show for the opportunities. I wanted to take my career to the next level. I wanted to make a little more money. I wanted to make an album.
You were already working in show business, weren't you?
I was, yeah. I was in a musical called Wicked for 4 years, on and off, in Los Angeles and a national tour.
Now, what part did you play in that?
I was the understudy. Okay. So that was another reason why I was like, you know what? I need to take it to the next level.
But it's quite a romantic story, the idea of you backstage thinking, I could do it, I want to be out there in the front, and then you get the chance there. So the American Idol show and the ones we have over here, they're pretty good in that way. They do give people a chance to step into the limelight.
Yeah, it's a great platform. I mean, 30 million people plus watch that show nightly. So just to be in front of all those people showing them what I could do was amazing.
But your image and the way you carry yourself, and your sexuality as well, your openness about that, it's not the kind of natural fit with American Idol. I mean, you kind of broke the mold a little bit.
Yeah, and I was actually worried about that when I auditioned. I thought, oh, I'm not really what they usually go for. I don't know if it's going to work out, but it did. Thank God I auditioned.
Well, it's great for you, and also it's great for the show as well, isn't it? It shows that it's not just a kind of vanilla, straightforward, very mainstream pop show. There's room for different kinds of acting.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, definitely. I mean, at first I remember Simon was saying to me during my audition, he was like, well, you're very theatrical. And he's always kind of said that as like a negative statement. And I thought to myself, well, that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm theatrical, I'm proud of it. I mean, I think that there's a lot of room for that in pop music.
What's it like to be on the receiving end of Simon's wicked tongue?
Wow. Lovely. No, I think I respect his honesty. I mean, I like that. I like when someone's up front. And doing theater for years, you're used to having a director give you notes, and it's very similar. And so I didn't take it personally.
You had the thick enough skin to deal with it.
Yeah, it's an opinion. It's subjective,
Yeah. He gave you, I believe, though, a standing ovation after one performance.
Yeah.
Well, that's not something you get every day.
Yeah, that was really sweet of him, and I'm glad he liked the song.
Yeah. Which song did you choose?
That was Mad World by Tears for Fears.
Okay, yeah, you did a very... I've YouTubed you, and I saw the version of that, and it's a lovely version. It's a great song, and of course yours was more like the one from Donnie Darko, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
We have J. Kidd.
I know, right? Small World. It's all
Darko?
connected. Yeah, I loved the movie.
It's a
yeah.
great film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, now, please don't take this the wrong way, but you're wearing a little bit of makeup.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
This is, you put this on yourself, or you have...
Today I had a great professional do it for me.
You?
Yeah.
When you're going out in the morning, if you're popping out to get a pint of milk or something, do you put a bit of pan stick on? Do you have a little bit of touche éclat? Do you like a little bit of guy liner?
You know your products, sir.
God, well, this don't come cheap.
No, I mean, you know, if I'm just doing like regular everyday activities and I know I'm not going to be on camera, I just put a baseball cap on and some Ugg boots.
So you're not what age did you realise that you wanted to be in show business? What age did you realise that, and at what time did you think, okay, I want to be more of a flamboyant performer? When did that all kind of come together for you?
I think I've always been kind of flamboyant from childhood. Every day was Halloween. I always had a costume box out. I was always putting capes on and playing with makeup in the mirror. It's kind of just always been that way.
Yeah.
And my parents put me in a theater group when I was about 10 years old to kind of channel some of that excess energy. And I just kept at it in high school. It was great for me because I was different and I felt a little strange and I was a little chunky gay boy in the closet. And
chunky?
Chunky, I was about 245 pounds.
Wow, now hold it in English, because we don't do the pounds
Yeah, with
so much.
stones or something?
Yeah. 210 is 15 stone, so that you were about, what, 17 or 18 stone?
Yeah.
Well, and were you as tall as you are now, I guess?
Yeah.
You were pretty tall, but you were 18 stone, but you were something of a large fella. You were a porker, as we
I was a
call it.
porker, yeah. Lots of fat, I was eating my feelings, you know? Lots of emotional eating.
Going on?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. What kind of stuff were you eating? You were really...
Lots of fast food, lots of burgers and things.
So you basically cut the junk food out?
Yeah.
Worked out, that kind of stuff as well?
Yeah, just, you know, changed my habits and also, you know, finally kind of embraced who I was, you know, with my sexuality and all that, and
so
I felt better.
Was this because you were, not unhappy, but you were uncomfortable coming out at that stage? Is that what it was, maybe?
Well, you know, I went to a high school. I didn't know anybody else gay. I did have really liberal parents that were really cool, but it was hard.
Did they know? Because sometimes parents, I think, do know in advance before
the minute we talked about it at age 18, my mom was like, well, I figured.
Yeah.
You know, trying on my lipstick when we were like 10 years old. You know, it's not a big mystery. Yeah, they were really cool, and I think just being able to express myself openly and honestly.
Must have been a real burden lifted. Must have been a real
weight lifted. Yeah, totally. So that helped me with my self-image and all that. And then I started just pouring on the glitter, and you know the rest is history.
Pour it on, more glitter. Now, recently on TV, you were doing a performance at, I think it was an award ceremony, and you kissed a guy on stage. It was part of your routine.
I did.
This isn't your partner. This is just a.
No, he's a straight bass player in my band.
He just got lucky that night.
Yeah, I got lucky. I mean, he's real cute.
And now. That caused a bit of a stir, I believe, didn't it?
It did. Not with him, funny enough. He thought it was hilarious.
He loved it.
Yeah, some members of the American audience that watched the show felt that it was, you know, distasteful because they think that gay is wrong. And so I got a lot of flack for it. The network got a lot of flack for it. The network pulled me off of Good Morning America the next morning. I was supposed to perform the same song. I wasn't planning on, you know, gyrating the same way.
Yeah, you weren't going to do the same thing necessarily.
No, I mean, and actually what's funny about this is that the whole thing was kind of spur of the moment. The things that people objected to. But
you know what's weird
carried away.
You know, there's a real kind of double standard still, because that's not acceptable, apparently. This is, when you look at, that's fine. You know, because that's kind of, that's been absorbed in the culture, and now they're saying, and that was 6 years ago. But still, if it's a guy kissing a guy, they have a problem.
It makes people a little uncomfortable. So I felt that it was really important not to make any apologies, because I didn't feel like I did anything wrong, and so I stood my ground. I said, look, you know, there were people saying, oh, but our children, you know, and I thought, I'm not a babysitter.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a singer, you know, and it was 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah. And you know what? And that's part of the real world. That's the real thing that's going on
there. It's just a kiss.
I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I intend to, I'm going to kiss Lord Sugar at the end. Just
good.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay.
That's hot.
Pucker up, fuzzface. I'm coming for you. There's plenty for both of you, Gilmore.
Oh.
I know where that's been.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we showed a little clip of you on American Idol, and you know, what a remarkable period there must have been for you, because you get to the final of that show, you come second, you have a success afterwards, your album comes out, and you've done fantastically well with that.
Yeah.
I know in the States. And then you get asked back as a mentor as well. You get to go back, that's got to be the quickest turnaround of anyone leaving the show and coming back in to help others.
Yeah, it was a huge honor. I was kind of blown away by that. And, You know, I think it was great for the contestants because I know where they were less than a year ago. You know, I was in their shoes, so I think it was an interesting way to do things, and I had fun like working with them. They all have great voices. They're all really sweet, and I had a good time with it.
Well, you know, it's really nice to see you kind of going back and helping them out in the same position you were before that. You've got the album out, you've got the single out. The single is called, is it For Your Entertainment?
Yeah, that's the single here, yeah.
This is the title track of the album. I've had the album on. I like the album. Don't take this the wrong way. It has a slight retro feel to me, you know?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of influence from 80s, 70s, glam rock, you know. That's something that's inspired me.
This is the clip of Adam Lambert's current single, ladies and gentlemen. You can see he's just